Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and I'm here today to share with you my September TBR. So my reading in August went fairly well, but I did not complete the very large book that I was planning to read, and I got this way. So I think I'm over halfway now. And the Fionavar Tapestry by Guy Gavriel will be a book that I will be finishing in the month of September. So that's my only carryover from August. So I think that was pretty good. Now, I am reading in the BookTube Prize in the nonfiction category, and the BookTube Prize is a book prize run by Robert from Pages and Pores, and he runs a BookTube Prize channel, and I will link that down below if you'd like to learn more about it. But basically we are at the final round, which is ranking 6 books, and these are the 2 that I have left to read from the nonfiction category. My Fourth Time We Drowned, Seeking Refuge on the World's Deadliest Migration Route by Sally Hayden. And then the other one is Eating to Extinction, The World's Rarest Foods and Why We Need to Save Them by Dan Saladino. So these, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I think this is kind of a chapter by chapter, food by food, talking about why these foods are important and why we need to save them. And these will be my final 2 reads for the BookTube Prize for 2023. I make detailed reading vlogs about all of the books that I read for the BookTube Prize, and then I make a rankings video. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on those, that will be where that content is. I do not put those into my general monthly wrap-ups. Okay, so the other books I'm reading. For my audiobook this month, I'm listening to The Underground Railroad by Colson, Whitehead. I decided to listen to this one because I have read The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, which I enjoyed. And I know that he's several novels past now The Nickel Boys, and I never read his first novel, which won the Pulitzer, The Underground Railroad, and so I decided to listen to that. And a wonderful serendipitous thing happened, which is that Bonnie Turpin is the narrator, and I love Bonnie Turpin's narration. So I will be listening to that for the month of September. I am also going to be doing a read-along on the Thrive Together Network of The Milk of Dreams by Leonora Carrington. This is actually a children's story that she wrote for her children. She was a surrealist artist based out of, from England, but based out of Mexico for most of her career after the war, World War II. And so I'm going to be reading this for network members and just having a fun little read along with that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that happening on September 16th. And I have also decided to read Autumn by Ali Smith. So I've had these books on my radar since they first started coming out. Ali Smith is kind of a Marmite author, it seems, so you either really love her work, a lot of British booktubers talk about her, or you just don't get along with it very well. And I decided that I wanted to finally get to one of her books and see if I like her writing style or not, because she has quite a large back catalog as well. And the Autumn is the first in a quartet, all topical, around Brexit and around politics going on at that time. And so I just decided it's happening now. I'm reading Autumn. If I like Ali Smith, we're gonna see. We're gonna see where I fall on the spectrum of liking or not liking Ali Smith's writing. And then the other thing I'm reading this month is for my Reading Across Canada challenge. And this is interesting because this is the first time this has occurred. So I had originally picked A Beauty by Connie Galt to read from the province of Saskatchewan. And I have had that book on my list now for I think 2 years on my library list. So my library has the interface allows you to create a whole reading for later shelf, and it was on there waiting for me to finally read this list. So when I went to put it on hold to read for my Saskatchewan pick for this month, it was no longer in the library catalog. It had been removed, and that tends to happen sometimes to books when I take too long to get to them when I put them on my for later shelf. So I had to pick a different book because I didn't want to purchase the book. I didn't think that the topic or the style of the story was anything that compelled me enough that I wanted to buy it. So I decided to choose another author and substitute that author onto my Reading Across Canada list. And when I had a look at my list, I realized that it was much more female heavy than male heavy. I have, I think, 8 female authors, and I had at the time 9 female authors and 3 male authors. And so I decided to choose The Englishman's Boy by Guy Vanderhaeghe as my read for Saskatchewan. And I thought it would be good to kind of balance it out a little bit and pick something out of my comfort zone because it's actually a Western. I think it's a historical fiction Western style story. So it's set in the plains around the time of, colonization, battling First Nations people for land, and cowboys out there on the plains. So I picked this one. It's actually a trilogy, so if I like it, I will continue reading it. If I don't, I won't. But I thought it would be interesting to try something different, a different perspective than what I'm used to reading, and something historical, so not necessarily modern day, and just see how that went. So I'm very curious, and I will let you know, of course, in my wrap-up if I enjoyed it or not. So that is what's on the list for September. As usual, if I'm able to get through these books quickly, I will be adding more, but the 2 nonfictions I have are not short ones, and I have a feeling that they might be a bit dense and take me a while. So I'm just going to go with this list for now and see what happens by the end of the month. I hope you have a great reading month in September, and I will be back again soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching.